Elon Musk hammers U.S. migration strategy, features mother's battles. In a progression of posts on X, Musk featured different administrations and advantages that he accepts unlawful outsiders' approach in the U.S., featuring their supposed commitment to the lodging reasonableness emergency. Tycoon Elon Musk took to web-based entertainment to voice his interests about the financial ramifications of unlawful migration, adding his analysis to the continuous discussion encompassing the Joe Biden organization's way to deal with a supposed line emergency. In a progression of posts on X, Musk featured different administrations and advantages that he accepts unlawful settlers' approach in the U.S., featuring their supposed commitment to the lodging moderateness emergency. A couple of different things you presumably don't have any idea: illegals in America can get bank credits, contracts, protection, drivers without licenses, medical care, California and New York, and in-state schooling cost. Why even bother with being a resident if an unlawful gets every one of the advantages, however doesn't cover burdens or carry out jury responsibility, he composed. Elon Musk hammers U.S. migration strategy, features mother's battles. The Tesla boss mom, in a different post, featured her battles of getting U.S. citizenship. New Delhi, Tycoon Elon Musk took to online entertainment to voice his interests about the monetary ramifications of unlawful movement, adding his analysis to the continuous discussion encompassing the Joe Biden organization's way to deal with a supposed boundary emergency. In a series of posts on X, Musk emphasized a number of services and benefits that he believes illegal immigrants in the United States have access to, pointing to their alleged role in the affordability crisis of housing. There are a few other things you probably aren't aware of. Illegals in America can get bank credits, contracts, protection, driver's sans licenses, medical services, California and New York, and in-state schooling cost. Why bother with being a resident if an unlawful gets every one of the advantages, however doesn't settle burdens or carry out jury responsibility, he composed. This is a major contributor, if you're wondering why housing is so expensive, he added. Controlled by VDO.ai. With lodging costs arriving at record highs in November and home loan rates close to two-decade highs because of the central bank's battle against expansion, the U.S. housing market is confronting difficulties, a Fox News report claims. Home buyers are battling, and leaseholders are encountering a flood in monetary weights, the report adds. According to the Harvard Joint Center for Housing Studies, an unprecedented 22.4 million renters in the United States were deemed cost-burdened by their housing costs in 2022. If they spend more than 30% of their income on rent and utilities, they are considered burdened, and this staggering number accounts for roughly half of all tenants in the United States. Brought up in South Africa, Musk moved to Canada at 18 years old prior to turning into a U.S. resident. I don't oppose immigration, I'm simply against countless unvetted individuals flooding into America, which any judicious individual ought to be, he said. The Tesla boss mom, May Musk, 75, in a different post, featured her battles of getting U.S. citizenship, in any event, guaranteeing that it required her 12 years to turn into a U.S. citizenship. Pay attention to the most recent melodies, just on geosovn.com. I was unable to get U.S. citizenship despite the fact that my dad and grandma were brought into the world in Minnesota, and my granddad, John Elon Haldeman, was brought into the world in Illinois. I was brought into the world in Canada, so it took me 12 years through visas, a green card, a legal counselor, and various clinical trials. That is the means by which hard it is, her post read. Answering it, Musk expressed, no doubt, it was very troublesome and assumed control more than 10 years for me to get U.S. citizenship.